For the culture.
Back at it again. It's the For the Culture podcast. I go by the name Exotic Rose, and today I have a long friend, Jared. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Just living, doing my thing.
Gotcha. Well, wanted to start off with what's going on in this world right now, and clearly the most talked about thing right now is Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on what's going on?
Well, Putin wrong. First of all, because what you invade the country for? That's
Supposedly, he said his excuse was something about I forgot what it was, but I can't even think about it right now.
So what I had seen and what I read is he took Ukraine possibly joining NATO as a hostile threat. He's a hostile threat. So he used that as his reason to go in and say, no, y'all you can't join NATO and stuff. And I'm guessing it's because he doesn't want NATO right up on his border.
Yeah, it puts him at a disadvantage. And he don't want that.
Exactly.
And really nobody do, but
exactly.
I guess you would think that we're kind of past those times now.
You would like to think.
Yeah, but he is what's the word? A tyrant.
He's a tyrant.
So he wants control.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't want us in. He don't want America in his backyard.
Yeah.
Minding his business. He wanted to do his thing. And Ukraine at one point, I believe, was part of the Soviet Union, whatever. So he's like, he believes that that's his right to be able to do that, and he's just wrong. He can't be going to somebody else's country trying to take by force.
Did you see what was going on with the Black African Americans out there in Ukraine?
Yeah, that they were being checked. Like everybody else can go free passage and stuff, but then
it was like you guys wait last, we go first.
Yeah, you go first, and then when they get to the border, they got to get checked and everything and all this other stuff. And
yeah,
they're not doing that with everybody else. And
yeah.
So no matter where we at, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I kind of found that. I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up. But
it is.
Yeah, in my head I was like, I got to be able to put this past me and look at it like humanity, like what's going on for them with Russia. It's kind of messed up.
Exactly. I mean, you got people trying to flee the country because there's a literal war at their doorstep, and you're questioning me because I'm black. I'm not one of you guys. I live here, but you're questioning me because I don't look like.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not Ukrainian.
Exactly.
Ukrainian. All right. Well, let's get a little background information on you before we start into these sport topics. Where are you from? Where you was born?
Down here. Actually, we're born in Margate, Northwest Medical Center, the hospital right there. Born and raised.
Florida boy, Broward County.
Yes, sir, Broward County.
Gotcha. How was it growing up? Sports since you was a kid, or?
So, my first sport I think I started off was flag football. I guess it was fun. I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was out there having fun because I'm running around and stuff like that. I was like 4 and 5 years old. Then I started playing baseball and basketball. Baseball I got bored of. It was just boring. I was like, I can't keep playing this.
Not enough action?
Huh?
Not enough action?
Not at all. I was like, you gotta wait, and it's a bunch of waiting around. And that's no offense to baseball players. Like, you love it, you love it. I can understand the intrigue of the game for real. Like, as far as when I watch the World Series stuff and I do see certain players, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. But like for me, it didn't resonate with me.
I didn't understand or resonate with that. It didn't resonate with me until I got older. When I was your age, like a young kid, I played baseball too, and it was cool and all, but I didn't have love for it.
Exactly.
But if I was to rewind everything, the knowledge I have now, I probably would have stayed in it because you get paid more.
Oh, you get paid more, and the contracts are guaranteed, and it's a way longer career than either basketball or football.
Yeah.
But what made me really stop playing baseball is I had this one season I was on a really good team. I want to say it was the Diamondbacks. I can't remember, but I was on a really good team, and we kept playing more games and more games and more games and more games. And I'm like, yo, the season's not ending. And I'm like, I'm getting tired of this sport. Like as I'm playing, I'm getting tired of it. I'm like, yo, when does this stop? Like I'm sick of
you're done.
I was sick of playing. I was sick of playing while I was playing. So I kind of at that point I was like, okay, well I'm gonna focus on basketball more. And then I was playing basketball for like firefighters. You know firefighters.
Yeah.
I was playing basketball for them. And, middle school, I didn't play basketball, but I thought that I wanted to play basketball. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. My favorite player was Michael Jordan.
Everybody's
obviously,
favorite.
obviously, I didn't get to watch him. I was too young, but because of my dad growing up, and he used to show me Mike tapes, and I watched Space Jam. Space Jam that's what made my favorite player, Space Jam. I don't know why. Everybody loved that movie, I guess. So
Yeah, that kind of took his status to another level.
So then it was watching Allen Iverson. I actually watched AI grow up with him, grow up watching him, and then Carmelo Anthony were like my three guys that I was like, okay, that's why I want to play basketball. I want to be that. So I kept playing basketball, but then that was like from young pup to like I stopped playing probably middle school, my 7th or 8th grade year. I can't remember. I stopped playing basketball. No, I might start playing. Actually, I might start playing literally the first year, 6th grade. I might stop playing because I started playing football when I was 11 or 12. I started late. Everybody else starts to tackle it like down here. Everybody else starts to tackle it like 5 and 6, and I started late. I didn't start playing tackle until I was like 11.
Well, then now they're saying it's not even safe. Maybe you should like pretty much like you said 11 because of the whole CTE thing.
Yeah, and kids don't know how to hit.
Yeah.
So they always just use their head. So
Yeah,
just
they're not
against
correctly
head.
tapping each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely is a dangerous sport. But again, I ain't start till I was 11. I was late, so I was a late bloomer in the sport anyway. But from the moment I got first contact, like as far as with hitting somebody, even getting hit, I was like, I love this. Like that was it. Like I knew from that point, like I just want to play football. I don't even want to do nothing else. This is what I want to do.
Yeah. See, I like doing the hitting, but when I got hit, I was like, yeah, that's too much for me.
Well, yeah, once I understood the sport, I was like, don't touch me. I ain't want to get hit
Yeah,
at all.
I ain't like getting hit. I got hit once, and I was like, I had to reevaluate what's more important, basketball or football, because I ended up getting hurt, and I was like, damn, I'm missing the basketball game because I'm hurt. I can't do both of them at the same time,
Yeah,
so I had to reevaluate.
He was a really good athlete.
Yeah,
I don't know if people know. But he was a really good athlete. We played against each other. We played ball with each other and against each other. And I was like,
So I still be getting to it. You feel me? Yeah. I slowly try. So I took like a break. Like I was like 2, 3 years, 4 years probably, where I haven't played like serious sports. So I started going back to LA. I've been looking for something to do, like get more active. Yeah, I got 2 kids and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I got to get active, bro. I can't just sit on the couch and go to work. So I was like, let me get active. You feel me? But I still be doing my thing. Yeah, I still be doing it.
yeah.
I got hurt though, something wrong with my wrist, so I got to go get an X-ray.
What happened? You just
I don't know, bro. I tried to flick my wrist to shoot a 3. It hurts. When it first happened, I was playing basketball. I tried to squeeze my palm, like squeeze my hand. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now I can do it. But it's just like sore, this whole thing. I don't know if it's because of weights or I don't know. Yeah, so I'm about to
try to diagnose it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the doctors this week and get an X-ray and see what's going on. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Sometimes maybe I gotta just relax for a heal or something like that. I don't know. But okay. And then from middle school, you was playing football in high school for Coral Springs High, and you were the running back.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did you always want to be a running back, or did they put you towards it? Like, how did you know that I want to be a running back?
I think that love for running back came in practice when I was in Little League because I didn't play running back my first year. I played like O-line and
They try to put me on the line too.
yeah, so I played O-line.
I don't know if it's because of the speed or.
I don't know. Well, for me, at that time they got their people that they like in certain positions, so they just go whatever. So they already had kids that had been playing with them for going up through that program for years. So they already had these kind of select.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to prove myself in that, but I played O-line and D-line my first year. Actually, I had a lot of fun playing D-line. I'm not gonna lie, like D-line was really fun. But obviously, I'm not built like a D-lineman, so that didn't last. So my next year, I started playing DN, but I ran running back in practice sometimes because they see I had speed, and I had kind of like a natural feel for it and stuff. Even though it was new to me, but I knew I like running the ball. I like running more than I like catching. So I know I liked it more playing with receiver. I wanted the ball in my hands. But I knew like I like taking handoffs. I like reading defense. Like I don't know, something about it. Just that I was like, that's what I want to be. When arguably I probably might have been a better receiver, but I just wanted to play running back. So my last year at Little League was actually my ninth grade year of high school. 'Cause I was on the 140 pounds, so it's like age group. But so I was on at that time I was the 140s. We was like 13, 14 years old, things like that, whatever. I can't really remember the age, but I didn't play my freshman year of high school. I stayed with, because I wanted to stay with my Coach Dwight, and I wanted to stay with that team.
Was this the Chargers or no? Which Little League team?
Eagles.
Go Eagles, okay.
So that year, in that ninth grade year, or that last year of my Little League, we won the Super Bowl. We ended up going 16-1, and the team that beat us at the beginning of the season, we smashed them in the Super Bowl.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. So, and then we went to a tournament. We won a tournament. We were supposed to go to Orlando too and play for the Nationals, but like money got involved and something happened with that. I don't know all the kids. I don't really know what happened with that. But we were supposed to go. We ended up not going to Orlando. So that was the end of that. Then sophomore year is when I was in high school, like playing high school ball now. Also in freshman year, I think the reason I didn't play freshman because I thought it would be more beneficial for me to play with that team, that Coconut Creek team, than playing JV that freshman year.
Gotcha.
Because I was developing more with that than going to JV. Not really. I'm stagnant now.
That's crazy how you already thinking about all that at a young age.
Yeah. So then I came sophomore year, spring. I wasn't playing running back, but they said, okay, we want you on varsity, but you're probably not gonna play running back. I could have played running back on JV, but I didn't want to go play.
So what they put you at? Or
what
what
receiver?
Oh, they try to put you. So you did it.
Yeah, I did play receiver my sophomore year.
Okay.
Of Springs, I was terrible. Well, I had a bad season. I had the talent, but like the confidence wasn't there
Because you didn't want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so my head wasn't really in it.
Yeah.
But I want to play varsity because I wanted to be in that competition.
Yeah.
As far as
continue to grow and get better.
To grow. I didn't want to be on JV and take a step. To me, it would have been a step back because my JV year was that Little League year. I say Little League, but I say Pop Warner because it would be the same age as these people, these kids that's playing JV. Matter of fact, some kids that was playing JV or ball came back for the tournament and played for the other teams.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so we played against some of them kids anyway. So
what was the coach name again? I forgot his name. He ended up getting a job at college.
Who?
I don't know if he was your coach at that time, because you were a great higher than me. The big guy, man.
Was it Culpepper or?
Nah, the other guy after him.
Oh, man.
So Culpepper was your coach at that spring.
So it was Culpepper and there was another one. But they both left after my sophomore year. They weren't there anymore.
Oh, never mind then. We're talking about, so he was the after them. He was the third coach then. The one I'm talking about.
Was he a black dude?
Nah, he white and fat.
Oh, you talking about? I can't think of his name, but I know
you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now,
play
too.
with him, but I don't know. But I knew his name because I heard
other players talking about him and stuff.
Yeah, being from Springs, I just whatever. But I can't even think of his name right now. But
yeah, he ended up getting a contract or something with a college football team, and now he's a coach out there, something like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's every time after he sees me on the hallway, every time he sees me, he's like, "When you gonna come on the field? When you gonna come on the field?" Every day he didn't give up. I gotta get to him, but I used to tell him, "Nah, man, it's not my thing, man. I'm not. That's my love. My heart's not there, man." And
no, you for sure love basketball. Like,
yeah, I was basketball, but then I look back at like, damn, maybe I should have tried football. Took football more serious.
You was a really good athlete. Like you could play whatever you wanted to play.
I was like, damn, maybe I should have took this shit a little serious, bro. For me, maybe I'll probably been in defense somewhere. So I don't know. But yeah, looking back at it, it's like, it is what it is. We all make our choices and we gotta live with it. Mm-hmm. God got a plan for us either way. All right, brothers, sisters, no?
I got not blood, but people I consider. If you ever hear me talk about me, I always say my brother. Yeah,
I found out the other day that Kamara was not your real brother. No. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? But it makes sense.
That's him and Cameron. Then my cousins too, Idris. And they like she my sister. Like it's like that. Gotcha. I could call them that. So, but no blood, no blood, no brothers, no sisters, no blood. Gotcha. Okay, so from high school, you ended up getting a scholarship. Yeah, so like I said, my sophomore year, when I was playing receiver, I wasn't good. Like I said, I had the talent, not the focus, not the confidence. I'm dropping everything, dropping every pass. I can get open, but I cannot catch. For some reason, I couldn't catch, but catching was never hard for me. Mm-hmm. Even when I was a kid, it was easy. It was always easy for me to catch till that season. That season, I couldn't catch nothing. Even the year before that, I'm catching bombs in the Little League out the backfield. I'm doing, but that sophomore year, it just wasn't there. I couldn't catch nothing. Mm-hmm. I apologize to Garrity too. Yeah, I don't know where he at, but I apologize. I kind of dropping. He throwing dimes. I'm dropping the joints, but then we move on. Junior Page was the running back. It was Juniors. I think Stan. They were the running backs. Both of them really good players.
Yeah, Junior was a big running back.
That guy, he was a good one. And then so I'm behind these guys, just taking it in, whatever.
Soaking the game up.
Mm-hmm. And then my junior year, it's me. I think Roshane, Stanton, because I think Stanton was a great under junior. And was Malik there too at that time? No, Malik.
Oh, Malik was a running back there at one point, but that was like junior or senior?
Yeah, I think it was junior year. Junior and senior year, he was there. Roshane was gone our senior year because he was a senior. He was a grade above us. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so
KJ Kimbo's son was not there when you guys.
Oh no, KJ was there a junior, but then he went to Booker T.
And then he went to a different school, so he went to some other school too after that. And then he came back. He circled back after you left. I think back to Springs.
Yeah. So junior, that's when I started. That's when I became I became the starter junior year. Had a good season. Senior year, I had a better season. Just to fast forward, I had a better season senior year. Then I went to the Broward North South. Was it North South All Star game? I think it is. I can't. BCAA North South game, whatever that is. It's like the little Broward All Star game, whatever. And that's when I guess Western Michigan saw me at that game, or in practices and stuff. And that's when the offer started coming in. I had a few, but I chose Western Michigan, and that's where I got a scholarship from.
So when they scouts, explain how scouts work for like high schoolers.
So the NFL, you would call them scouts. In college, yes, they're scouts, but they're recruiters.
Okay.
Because usually the scout's job is to be like a scout. In the NFL, obviously the quarterbacks, coach and stuff, they're looking at stuff and talking to people too, but then they have actual people that literally their job is to just.
That's yeah.
But they have that big time programs too in college. So, but so who contacted me first? The quarterbacks coach who's also I think the offensive coordinator at Western Michigan. They send mail first. And then you get a phone call. It was long ago. I'm trying to remember how it went. Then they start calling. And I got a call from him how he wanted to talk to me, he wanted to do this, he wanted to meet me, this and the other. He gonna come to the school, we gonna talk, that he wants to offer me and stuff like that. And I'm excited. It's my first offer, so I'm excited. I'm like, So he comes to the school. They call me out of class. Joyner goes coach.
Oh, they actually sent somebody to Springs and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually Western Michigan's office at the time. He's not there no more, but at the time, Western Michigan's offensive coordinator came to the school, and they called me out of class. He came a couple times. It was Illinois State. It was I can't remember. It was another school. I wasn't like heavily recruited. But I was, but yeah, he comes to the school, they come out of class, and I go over there and I talk to him. Me in front of Coach Boo, we all having a conversation. He asked me.
That's his name, Coach Boo.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who was the other coach name. Okay.
So we all having a conversation, and he's telling me he's watched my film. He's seen this. He likes how I do this. He likes how I do that. That they talk about the future of what they want to bring me in for. Like they want me to take over when these guys leave. And this is the other. So I talked to him. After I talked to him, he goes back to, or he's going back on a recruiting trip, wherever he got to go to whoever he to talk to the next person. Then I get a call from the head coach. He actually called my house. The head coach called my house.
He talked to Pop's moms?
He talked to Pop's moms. He talked to me. So yeah, I'm gonna come down. We're gonna sit there and talk and stuff like that. So we fast forward. Now the head coach in my house. He come to the house. We just talking, whatever. Same thing, telling you what to expect. The type of person he is. The other stuff, because they don't just talk about straight football. It's like they talk about others, family and interests and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of things comes into factors to why people bring you onto their teams.
Mm-hmm. So he's in the house, we talking. Dad loves him, mom loves him, so they good. I'm really excited. Like I'm like, yo.
What made you pick them, or like, because you had like 3 offers, pretty much, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so I'm just I'm a loyal person. So the team that came to me first,
That's what you picked?
That's what I stuck with.
Okay. Do you look back at it now, like maybe you would have went further if you would have went with a different school, or maybe?
You know what's funny? So when I was going to Springs, American Heritage was trying to get me.
Oh,
American
what?
Heritage and Cardinal Gibbons and North Broward Prep. I say if I know what I know now, I would American Heritage.
I mean, Carver Givens is pretty good too.
Yeah, but American Heritage, that's when Sony was there too.
Oh, Sonny Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it would have been me, Sony, and I think Sony's brother, but Sony's brother played receiver, I think. So
It does play a factor though. That's for any sports. Like whatever school, like scout wise. So Springs was good for baseball.
yeah, because of Lewis and
Yeah.
Lewis and Sharkey.
But when it came to like football, basketball, you kind of need to go to a different school to get that spotlight. Those scouts and those big schools will be looking at you. You have to make real big noise for them to actually come to Springs.
Yeah. So I'm on both sides of it. There's people that say it's where you go. There's people who say who you know. It's a little bit of both. It's like, yeah, it's who you know, but also where you go to, and it's also what you do.
That is true, because
Like,
nowadays people could just market themselves on social media. And now other people can catch you like that too.
So I don't regret my decision. I don't regret going to Springs. I had fun at Springs. I had fun playing for that team, and I had fun with my teammates.
I mean, Springs had talent.
Yeah,
Maybe it was the coaching staff. Maybe.
It was yeah.
Yeah, because the
We had
talent was there.
We had the talent. The teams that we lost to, we were not supposed to lose to.
That's what I'm saying. You guys had the talent.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe it was the coaching problem.
That senior year, we should have went deep in the playoffs at least. If not states, we should have went deep in the playoffs. That team was really good. That was a very talented football team. But that's where I would make the change. If I ever made a change, I would go to American Heritage.
Gotcha. I did not know Sonny Michel's from Broward.
Yeah, I think he's actually from Orlando, but he ended
ended
going
up
to high
coming to
school.
school
Because
here?
I looked it up because I seen him when he went to the league. Obviously, I knew he was played in Broward, but then I think he is from Orlando, but he went to high school in Broward. I don't know. I gotta look it up again. But
You know what they say though, man. Florida breed them. Superstars.
We Broward County and Dade County is the best football players in the country. There's no argument against it. We put the most in the NFL. We put the most in Division I colleges. We put like wherever you go, you gonna see Dade and you gonna see Broward.
Yeah, especially Alabama. Alabama love coming.
Oh yeah, their pipelines down here for the receivers.
Yeah,
and they get everybody. They get a lot of their players from down. Like they receivers and DBs. Most of them always be from Florida.
Florida, yeah.
But yeah, so they in the house, they recruiting, we talking. It's just going on for weeks and weeks, and then finally they said I gave them a verbal commitment. Gave it a verbal commitment at their house though, because they flew me out to Western Michigan. So on an official visit, so I'm out there for like a couple days, and then
Did they make you do like a whole like tour around the school and all that?
We did a tour around the school. We did a tour of the stadium.
How was it to you when you went out there? Like, did you be like, because back in those days, man, we were young, man. So we go to like places like that. You see girls and stuff. You're like, okay, I can do this. I can work with this.
Okay, so recruiting trips like the most fun thing. Some of the most fun things you're gonna do is gonna be the best party you ever been to. Like some of the best parties you've ever been to.
How long you was out there for?
A couple of days, like a few days.
And where do they make you stay at? Like sleep?
We was in a hotel.
Okay,
yeah,
so
right next to the stadium.
When you doing the whole tour thing, how do you find out about the dorm parties and stuff like
They're
that?
telling us.
Who, the people that are doing the tour?
Yeah, everybody.
Even the coach and everything?
The coaches, they know what's going on. They're telling us everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they want us there, so they telling us, okay. Yeah,
so yeah, that makes sense.
They're not telling us, but they got other players. Like so, when they're bringing us in, they got other players already there in our position groups. So I was with the running back, like one of the running backs from the school. Mm-hmm. Cool guys, Brian Scriven, Darian Chance, and Brian Scriven, Brian Fields, Antoine Scriven, Darian Chance, and Tevin Drake. Funniest dudes. Like.
It makes sense now if I think about it, because the whole tour is pretty much, it's like a sales deal. Like,
yeah, that's what they're doing. They're selling the school to you.
Yeah, so in order to make you sign and commit to them, they want you to love it and have a great time. So it makes sense now. I think about it.
The funny thing is, the best party always gonna be the recruit party.
That's their sales pitch. The part of the party.
You'll probably never be a party in college again better than that recruit party, just because they pulling out everything for that. Like
I seen the movies and stuff, but I never got to experience it.
Like the movies is pretty accurate to how it really be.
Yeah.
Was it what's the movie? Jesus Shuttleworth. He Got Game.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those parties. That's how it's like.
With the beer kegs and all that, the frats.
Yeah, and then the frats, and they was all out there. The kid had did all of them, Q's, like everything. That's like because also being on the other side of it. So when I was in school, I was a guy going to the party with these recruits. So it's a different vibe.
Different vibe, yeah.
Like everybody know about it. Like everybody know about it because they want everybody to come out. So like the recruit, they're like, oh, okay, that's how I feel.
And they probably see you with all the football players because those football players are known or the people you're around with. So so now you got attention from women too. Like who's that? Okay.
So that's what they want you to see. Plus, the women there. There's women there that's specifically there for them. Yeah. The recruits.
Gotcha.
So they now they feeling that love from the women. They feel they players there. Everybody. It's basically they party. So everybody's like, okay, and now the recruits feeling good. Yeah. Now it's different for different schools. And look,
I'm pretty sure the bigger school is
I guarantee it's way better. Like I went to Western Michigan was 5, so I know like
you go to Alabama or something.
Alabama, you like they probably going nuts. Like, they probably be stupefied. Like they probably going crazy at them. So I can only imagine because ours was live. Yeah. So I can only imagine what the other ones look like.
Did you do a tour just for Western Michigan?
Yeah, I just went to Western Michigan.
Okay. I probably would. I ain't gonna lie. I would have took my options slow and slow.
I would have if I knew at the time. But I wasn't even really thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking, I want to play ball. Like,
you were just trying to be loyal. They came to you first, so you want to deal with them first.
So if I knew at the time, I would have went to the other visits too.
Yeah, it's on their dime.
Exactly. It really is. Like you don't pay for nothing.
Yeah. You don't even pay for I'm gonna take advantage of all of that.
You don't pay for the flight, nothing. Like everything paid for. Flights, food, room, everything.
Women, free.
Yes, everything.
That's crazy.
So that's how that bro, it was fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like it was fun. And then I ended up having to transfer to Campbell, which that again another recruiting thing. That was fun. Like it's just
also Campbell recruited you from Western Michigan.
No, I actually had to get in contact with them.
Oh, okay.
So
how much years you did at Western?
1.5, I think.
And then from there you went to Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Campbell, you was doing running back no matter what.
Yeah, Campbell was doing running. Yeah.
Okay.
Western, we had a falling out. To make a long story short,
you and the coach, or
it was a new coach came in. Ain't really gonna get like deep.
Yeah, new management sometimes is hard, man.
So it was a little. It was. I ain't. I don't really want to get into it because it is what it is. But it's just a falling out happened, and I had to make a decision. The decision was made, and that's what it was.
Gotcha.
I ended up having to transfer. I wasn't going to transfer to FAU, but I ended up. I got in contact with Campbell because my mama knew somebody from Campbell. She worked with
D1. That's a D1 school.
Division I AA. So they're FCS. So there's FBS. That's the Alabamas. The Western Michigan was Division I. So FBS is D1A. So it's Alabama, the Western Michigans, the Toledo's, the Florida Gators, the Michigan, the Ohio States, like those guys. And then the FCS is where I was at. So I'm trying to think what school that you probably would know. FCS, Illinois State.
Okay. Oh, that was the second option you had.
Yeah. So it was FCS and.
So Western Michigan was probably the best option either way then.
Thinking back, Illinois State might have been.
Why? Because
they fit me better as far as football, as far as a program, how they play. They like to run the ball. So it would have probably fit me better to go there. But again, if I knew better, I probably would have lose it. But at the time, my parents don't really know about recruiting like that. I don't know about recruiting like that.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing about it, bro, because when you have a kid, I'm pretty sure you're going to be on top of all that.
Yeah, because now
you have experience and knowledge of it.
Now I know, like, I'm going to know what to do with my kid. Now, if he or she wants to do, I'm not going to put them in football. I'm going to play football.
Yeah, you don't want to
introduce them to. I'm going to introduce them to whatever they want to do, but whatever they want to do, they're going to do. And I'm 100% supportive, so I'm not really Obviously, I want my kid to play football. If he don't, or then it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm supportive regardless, but if I can navigate what I've learned, or I navigate them through what I've learned, because I'll know this how you. If you want to do that, you gotta do this. If you want to go here, you gotta do that.
Do that, yeah. And you can train them.
My parents do that. Exactly, and I have the training. The training for me was an issue though. My dad and my coach was. If I had to do it all over again, I'm sticking with them.
Gotcha. FAU is starting to get a lot of spotlight. I know you just brought up that FAU. Think you could have went to FAU.
Yeah, I probably been a walk on until then I would have earned my scholarship because of the situation, which I don't think I would have had a problem doing. But
Cause we got Buddy from the Bills, Singleton.
Motor,
Yeah, he's from FAU.
Okay, they got quite a few guys. So
Yeah.
I think someone last year just got drafted.
Yeah, it's like every year they're starting to get someone drafted from there now.
I think who's their coach now? Willie Taggart from FSU, I think is their head coach now.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. It might be him. I think it is him. You can look it up real quick, but I think it is Willie Taggart who's at FIU now. I mean, not FIU, FAU.
FAU.
Yeah, from FSU. I think he's there now.
Yeah, Willie Taggart.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he was at FSU, and now he's there. That's probably why.
Yeah, so they
did a good job signing him.
So they starting to get some notoriety. Kurt, what's his name, was there too. Before he went to Ole Miss, so that helped him too. I can't think of his name right now. Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin was FAU's coach before he went to Ole Miss. So that was big too, because that was Nick Saban's boy at Alabama.
Yeah.
So that brought him some notoriety.
It's crazy how coaches could go to a school and just change the whole life of the whole locker room, and everything changes.
So my head coach at not Western Michigan, at Campbell, he's doing that. Like if you see when I was there versus what they look like now, as far as the locker room and just the uniforms and the players that they're bringing in, it's an incredible change. So when I was there, we ain't have a bunch of 4-stars, nothing like that. This man out-recruited Deion Sanders.
He out-recruited Deion Sanders?
Yes. Deion Sanders at Jackson State right now. Yeah. Deion Sanders got the #1 recruit in the nation, though. I can't think of his name right now, but
I forgot his name.
He played DB and receiver.
Yeah.
He got number recruit in the nation, but Campbell had a higher rated recruiting class in general. They was getting 4 stars. They was getting 3 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 3. Campbell don't get those type of players. They didn't used to get those type of players. So I applaud my coach for building that program to what it is now. So, like you said, it's crazy how much a coach can influence things, and it's not just the players. And I'm a player advocate, but a good coach goes a long way.
Travis Hunter,
yeah. A good coach does go a long way.
What's your thoughts on Travis Hunter, though? I think he's pretty good.
The kid was phenomenal in high school. The corner and receiver was phenomenal. So
and now he got Deion Sanders, one of the top,
exactly,
to read his mind and teach him and everything.
Exactly, and then he's there with. If he wants to play receiver too, I don't know if he's gonna play both sides in college. It's been done.
Do you think that's? I don't think that's safe, in my opinion, because you kind of like. Well, actually, no, because now you can get paid as football players.
Yeah.
But back in the days, I didn't think that was smart because you get more hurt. Like you're risking it more.
So I don't know if he will play both sides, but he's probably gonna play DB because that's his primary position. But if he plays both sides, let's give another weapon to Deion's son too. Shador playing quarterback, and I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's an NFL quarterback.
No, he's not ready though. Yeah, he's still got.
No, not yet. I think he's only gonna be is he going to be a junior next year? I think he's gonna be a junior next year. But he'll be at the draft probably. He's good. The kid's good.
Do you think they should have started playing college players?
Oh, they should have paid him immediately. They should have been paying him before I started. They should have paid him when I was a kid. They should have been paying.
All that money they made from kids for years and years and years.
You got merch. You got guys in the stadium, men and women and children, wearing these dudes' uniform but don't got a name on the back. But you know what it is. When you was wearing number 5 from USC back in the day, everybody knew it was Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
When he was wearing number 15 for the Florida Gators, everybody knew it was Tim Tebow. They can't get paid off it. The guys that's making these billions of dollars for this college program that don't really care about you. If you ain't doing nothing, they ain't.
I just feel bad for people that had a future in the NFL and then they got hurt and then now they got nothing to show for it. Yeah,
it sucks. There's no insurance.
Not saying that even if you did pay them, they probably would still blew the money where the case is, but at least you would have given them a shot.
At least they have
something
to kind of stand on their own too with.
Yeah, I just felt bad back in the days. You hear stories, bro, like great athletes.
Yes.
If they would have made it to the NFL, you would be talking about them in the Hall of Fame. Get injured and now they're done.
I think it's wrong that they didn't get Reggie's Heisman back yet. Like, what does him getting paid have to do with how good he was on that field?
Yeah.
He got paid because he was that good.
I guess
it wasn't vice versa. He wasn't getting paid to be that good. He got paid because
he was that good. Yeah.
So what's that?
And he's not the only one that got paid. He just got the only one that got caught.
Exactly. There's plenty of kids. There's plenty of guys that was probably getting paid back then. You think literally only Reggie was getting paid? Like, come on, NCAA. Like, be real with yourself.
Yeah, they might. Well, yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, it might be a while before they even bring that back up.
At least they loosen it up, though. I mean, now the kids can get endorsements and stuff like that. I love that for them.
Yeah, it's good for them. Well, let's start talking about the Rams. They won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Did you expect the Rams to go this far? I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was not. They were not one of my teams. I knew they were gonna make it, but into playoffs, I didn't expect them to go all the way to the Super Bowl.
So, when they got Stafford, I said it's Super Bowl or bust for that team.
Oh yeah, I think everybody thought that.
Yeah, they didn't bring him in. To not go, and I was like,
because Jared Goff, what? He's
not a risk taker.
Yeah, he plays safe.
He plays safe, and that offense is that McVay want to open it up. He's not trying to throw these little
slants in,
And Stafford gonna let it go. He don't care.
He had an arm for a while, yeah.
Yes, he has an arrogant. He has what I like to say to other people. He has an arrogant arm. Like, I don't care if it's two people there, I could fit it.
Most quarterbacks that do what he do, though, when they make a mistake, they choke on it. Mm-hmm. It's like he forgets that he made a mistake the next play. It's like he throws another risk play throw or whatever the case is.
Yeah, he'll throw it in double coverage one time and get an interception, do it again and throw a touchdown pass.
Exactly.
He don't got no fear.
Yeah.
So, they were my Super Bowl sleeper. I forgot who I had picked.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Tampa Bay was gonna go.
That's what I had number one. I was like, Tampa Bay is gonna be one of them. I thought.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Well.
And then.
It's a lot of them for it. A lot of things happen.
I forgot who I picked up. I don't remember who the team I picked. I know I picked Tampa as one of them. I can't remember who I picked though. But anyway.
And I didn't expect the Bengals to make it either.
Well, I didn't expect that. They had the most fortunate playoff run too, though. Like, they was getting a lot of the ball bouncing their way a lot.
Well, you're not sports. You play sports. When things come your way, sometimes you just keep it rolling.
Like some people like to say, bro. It's like
people that you think that wasn't going to be balling. When someone gets hot, you get hot.
Exactly. So like people say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good because they should have lost against the Titans, but Tannehill decided he wanted to throw 3 picks. I mean,
I lost my faith in Tannehill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the Titans need to look somewhere else.
I lost my faith in him.
He's literally.
How do you mess that up?
9 sacks. Your defense got you 9 sacks, bro.
How?
You don't lose a game where your defense gets you 9 sacks.
I'm not gonna lie though. What's the running back name again?
Derrick Henry.
How the hell you couldn't get 1 yard? And it looked like he stopped. And if he would have just powered through that, he would have been good. Well, it looked like he thought too much about it.
Well, let's remember too that he had that foot, and I know he wasn't 100% healthy because first of all, he wasn't even supposed to come back this season.
Probably that is true.
Was it his foot? Whatever, it was something.
I think it was his foot. It was his toe.
Yeah, I think he broke his foot.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to come back from that. At the time he got hurt, like you're supposed to be like done. He came back and played like I know he wasn't 100%. This is probably why Dante Foreman was getting a lot of carries that game. But
he was doing pretty good. The backup.
He was balling.
And maybe he should have kept
They
him.
weren't supposed to lose that game.
Yeah.
Tannehill just decided I don't want to win the game. Your defense gets you 9 sacks and you throw 3 picks. The last pick don't even make sense. You got AJ Brown and Julio on your team.
I didn't understand that. How you got both of them and you still...
And you throw the number 15. No disrespect, I can't think of his name, but you throw the number 15
Let's break down this whole.
Who's got like 2 people on him? Like, where are you throwing this ball to?
Yeah, let's break down the playoff schedule. So the first wild card was Bengals and Raiders.
Yeah, and the Bengals not the Bengals, sorry, the Raiders played a sloppy game. They had a chance to win at the end, but
So Bengals and Raiders, that game was actually kind of crazy.
yeah, it was. The Raiders really had a chance to win at the end, but they were just self-inflicting wounds the entire game. They was hurting themselves the entire game.
It did feel like, though, even though Derek Carr and them were doing that, it did feel like they might still win it. And then
it literally ended with a game-ending interception in the end zone, which it was. I mean, people say, "Well, you throw that," but I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, it's 4th down, I gotta throw it.
What are your thoughts on Derek Carr, though? And
I think Derek Carr. I don't know why people think he's not a good quarterback.
no, I think he's a good quarterback. The fact that they were dealing with that and the whole John Gruden situation, all that distraction, or what is he, like a backup head coach? What you want to call him? Interim head coach?
Interim head coach, but he was I think he was the assistant.
Yeah, he was the assistant.
Yeah.
The fact they're dealing with all that, that guy handled all that and still got them to the playoffs.
He kept the ship afloat. Like, that interim head coach did a heck of a job. I thought he should have stayed the head coach, but I think they hired somebody else. But I thought he should have stayed the head coach because the players rallied around him.
Josh McDaniels is the new coach.
Yeah, for the Raiders. But Derek Carr, I think without him, that team
would not make
falls.
It. Okay.
He kind of helped, along with the coach, keep them like, oh no, come on. Like,
well, they needed that, and they needed another team to lose or win. I forgot what team it was.
The Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
Which was a crazy game, dude. I don't know if you remember that game. But
yeah, I was just about to bring that up. So, I think he's good, man. He's a good Justin Herbert.
He's phenomenal.
He's gonna be something you got to watch out for.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love Justin Herbert.
He's
one of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah,
in the league already.
I put him in the league name as with like Josh Allen's in that division and the Patrick Mahomes. Even though Patrick Mahomes got more to show for it as far as rings and stuff like that, but yeah.
Well, to me, the best young ones are, in no order, Pat, Lamar.
Justin Herbert,
Allen,
Josh Allen.
Burrow. I like Burrow a lot too.
Yeah.
I might be leaving somebody out, but them the first one to come up on. That's what I think about. When I think about the young guys.
You like Baker?
I do like Baker. I liked him a lot when he was coming out of college, but
What's going on though now?
I have no idea. Now I'm starting to think, maybe did he peak his second year in the league?
Yeah.
Was that like the best we're going to see from him? Because you don't get Jarvis and Odell and
He choked like that, and Odell ended up going to LA.
Now he balling.
Yeah, that shows you something's going on.
Yeah.
Management, coaching, or the QB.
Peoples-Jones, Njoku, Jarvis, Odell. Chubb.
They are
Hunt.
They are run first team though. So
are the Ravens. And
yeah, but wide receivers don't like that because they don't get the ball as much.
But this is my thing. The Ravens are a run first team. And Lamar don't got the receiver. He don't got a Jarvis, Odell, and all of them.
No, he don't.
And he still was doing his thing.
Yeah, his favorite blanket was a tight end.
Yeah, it was a tight end. Mark Andrews was phenomenal. He was a phenomenal tight end. But
and then he occasionally gets the ball to Brown, but sometimes he's dropping them.
Yeah, so
dropping those touchdowns.
Yeah, he dropped 3 in one game. This year he dropped 3 in one game.
He'll get open because he's quick, but he's a little small.
He's inconsistent. If Hollywood could get consistent as far as catching, that guy is a star. He left over probably 500 yards on the field this year off just drops.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, back to Baker. Like, you got all that talent, bro. Like, your O-line's good too. Like, you got a good O-line, bro. It's you. I can't say, oh, this guy ain't doing this. I can't say.
Supposedly he's injured, so he's gonna get a surgery.
Even before he was injured, though, it's just decision making. I'm like, it's like he just like I don't know. Maybe he got to reset, get back to center to who he was. But like, as far as talent, bro, like there's no excuse. That's a playoff team on paper.
Yeah.
They got a good O-line. Their defense is good. They have the receivers. They got 2-star running back, 3, because Johnson, the one that came in after Chubb and Kareem went down.
He did good.
He was good.
Yeah.
So he got 3 good running backs, two superstar running backs. I still think Kareem Hunt's a superstar.
Yeah, he is.
So you got 2 superstar running backs. You got a superstar receiver in Jarvis Landry. Well, at the time, you had 2 superstar receivers, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. You got a very good another third receiver in Donovan Peoples-Jones. Like, bro, like you got a good
options. Maybe too much options is too bad, too much for him. Maybe he should just stick with just Jarvis Landry and
Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, Peoples-Jones. Yeah.
I would like to say that, but really good quarterback, you make it happen. Josh Allen, they gave him Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, and
I mean, Tom Brady was making it seem like a field day.
Yeah, Tom Brady got. But that's what I'm saying. If you give a quarterback that many options, there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. Only issue you probably might have is somebody feeling like they're not getting enough targets.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's not on him. That's on
the coach or whatever.
That's on the coach, and that's on that player for acting like that.
Yeah.
But for you to not produce with it, that's on you. Because how are you not producing? Because I can't say it's like, oh, well, they're playing defense. They're playing the receivers they're playing the pass because they ain't got a run game. They're really not. Defense's first responsibility when they play the Browns is we not letting Chubb go crazy.
Yeah, you slow him down.
We'll play. Okay, maybe the receivers might get up, but we're not going to let Chubb go crazy. If Chubb go crazy, game over. That's when the Browns really win. Is when Chubb doing his thing. So defenses are trying to stop Chubb. So there's no excuse for you not to be getting the ball to Odell or Jarvis or Peoples-Jones or Njoku. Like, there's no excuse for it. So I don't know. His second year, he had a good season. He was really good his second year. His rookie year, he was.
His second year is when everybody was like, "Oh,
yeah, he's
they get Odell. They about to do this. Exactly. They about to do that." And then
it never.
I was expecting it. Once I heard Odell went to them, I was like, "Damn, this team might be." Good.
I was like, "Yo, this team's gonna be tough."
Yeah.
You don't want to play this team. And first game when they played against the Chiefs, they looked it because they went back to back. They was going head round for round with the Chiefs.
I think first game for a lot of these teams looked pretty good. Look at the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the first
Tampa Bay.
The first freaking 3 quarters of the season, the Dallas Cowboys looked like they was okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I can see something happening here.
Then all of a sudden, get towards the end of the season, they start. I don't know what's going on. Dak folding. People starting to get hurt. I'm like,
Zeke is supposed to have a surgery too.
Same old Dallas Cowboys.
What's your thoughts on the Cowboys now? Before we start jumping back and forth, but since we're on the topic, Cowboys. I never realized how delusional Cowboy fans were until you have somebody you know that's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
They think they're going to the playoffs every year.
It's like they hold on to that Emmett Aikman, Irvin team. Like, y'all don't have that.
It's been years, bro. Like, y'all need to get past that.
Exactly. You know what's funny? They do have a similar team to that.
No, they have the talent.
Yeah, they got Dak. They got Zeke.
I don't know.
Pollard
I don't even know if I want to blame Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I want to blame him. I kind of, because he's just a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jerry Jones that's controlling everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, Jerry Jones he's good at picking the right people to come on the team, but then he don't allow the coaches to be coaches.
Mm-hmm. No, he wants things done his way.
Yeah.
And he wants players to do certain things like his way. But I mean, I don't know. Like, they get to a point in the season where it's just they fall flat. So
they make it because they're in a bad division, but like you said, it's like
I be looking at I'm like, is it Dak? But I don't know. So, to even get into it.
Speaking of that, they just let go of Amari Cooper today. Yeah. So that's crazy.
I wonder who's gonna pick him. Whoever's gonna pick him up is gonna.
No, somebody's gonna pick him up. Yeah. He's one of the best route runners I've seen in a while.
That's what I'm saying. So
he's just, for some reason, away games. What the hell happens to him?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's like he checks out. And who's the cornerback from the Patriots? Gilmore.
Yeah.
Lock that boy down.
Not Gilly, because Gilly played for the Panthers.
No, when he played the Patriots, when Tom Brady was there.
Oh yeah.
He locked him down. Even though I'm not saying he's not he's not good, but he had him check out the game.
Yeah,
you remember that game? He checked out.
Coop was done.
Yeah, he checked out.
Yeah, Coop was out that game. It's weird. I don't know. I honestly would have Cooper saw on the Raiders, to be honest. I wish that would have worked out.
Who let him go? That was John Gruden, or who was that?
Gruden.
It was Gruden.
Because I thought him and Carver had a connection. It was good.
Yeah, they're good.
Then he went to Dallas, but I don't know what goes on. I don't know. I don't understand it. It has to be a mental thing. I don't know.
I mean, that's anything sports related. Like it starts in the head first.
Yeah.
You lose your confidence. Like look at Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I know his mind, his confidence got to be messing with him right now.
Yeah, because he knows like I know who I am, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that and people are talking to him. They kind of like I know he's hearing all this. And he's like,
yeah, of course. It's hard to. As much as players say, yeah, I block out the noise, it is really hard, especially nowadays.
It takes a strong mindset to block it out.
Like, yeah, and you see it everywhere.
I'm pretty sure LeBron was probably going through that his first couple years
He
at Cleveland.
said, he said in Miami it was like that.
Yeah, you see? Mm-hmm. And he had to get in a winning atmosphere, some OGs to put him on game and teach him how to do this.
Yeah, that's why they had. That's the best thing that happened to LeBron James' career is Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. I don't think if he met Dwayne Wade or played with Dwayne Wade, I don't know if he would have been the LeBron he is now.
I don't think if he ever played with Dwayne Wade, he would ever I don't think he would have won a championship if he never played with Dwayne Wade.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
So I agree with you 100% on that. I don't think he even wins a championship if he never gets with Dwayne Wade.
He'd probably still be scoring and taking his team to playoffs.
He'd still be a phenomenal player. He'd still be a top 3 player of all time.
I don't think he wins as much as rings.
He doesn't, because he learned how to be that guy from playing with Wade.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest turning point in his career is going to play with Wade. I think if he doesn't do that, then he's not the guy we see today. So, especially after that Mavericks finals where he didn't have really a good finals, I know having Wade and Bosh there really helped him kind of, especially Wade.
Ray Allen helped him too. That game.
When they came back the next year, and Ray Allen picked the biggest shot of pretty much anybody's career. But I don't know what happened with Cooper as far as that's concerned. But now he's a free agent. Someone's gonna pick him up, like you said. We know he's gonna get picked up. I'm interested to see who.
Somebody's gonna pick him up. Somebody needs a number 1 wide receiver. One of these teams that are garbage.
I said the Ravens are gonna get him.
You think the Ravens should get him?
But they're not going to.
AB said he wants to go to the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But the Ravens don't really need receivers as much as they have in the past. I still think they still need one more guy.
They need somebody that's not going to drop passes.
Yeah, I still think they need one more guy, but it's just not as prevalent as it was before. Now they got a group that's got a lot of talent. They just gotta develop this talent and let it work. But Cooper, I think the Chiefs might well get him because you know what the Chiefs are missing.
They're missing that.
And they had it with Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, but
before Sammy Watkins went to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Coop could fill that Sammy spot and be that second guy, really third, because Kelsey's really the first to second. Kelsey and Hill are like the 1 and the 2. So
I think Hill's faster, but I think Cooper's
a better route runner.
Yeah.
But Cooper's
I don't know. I don't want to say who's better. I don't know who's better actually.
Tyreek.
They all got different skill sets.
I think Tyreek is better just because to give a guy a ball at 2 yards, he could turn 2 yards into 80. I can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, but if you want a Hail Mary or if you're going for like a deep route, I don't know if you want to give it to Tyreek.
I'll give it to Tyreek. The only reason I might give it to Tyreek if I want a Hail Mary because he's probably gonna outrun everybody.
That is true.
I'm throwing that thing all the way to the back and say, "Who gonna?" I said, "Tyreek."
That is true.
And I think his athleticism is underrated because
he's I'm looking at it like because he's smaller than Cooper.
Yeah, he's smaller.
So,
but you gotta think though too. You ever seen Tyreek jump?
Yeah, he can jump.
That boy, he's explosive.
I mean, you're running at speed. I'm pretty sure he's pretty explosive. I've seen him dunk too playing basketball. So
now, who I want to jump ball to? Obviously, probably a bigger receiver. But then if you got Coop here, you got Tyreek here, you got Travis Kelce here, and you got Mecole Hardman here, you got Robinson.
It takes the focus off of Kelce and Hill.
And Tyreek.
So now.
And if you want to focus on them,
now Mahomes got options now.
Yeah, you're leaving them on the island with Coop. But that's what was going on when they had Sammy Watkins.
Because you know why? When they lost Sammy Watkins, teams started playing smart with them. Like, oh, we know where you want to go, so we want to keep you in a two deep. What is it? What defense they were playing? The 2 shell.
The 2 shell. Yeah. So now we're gonna keep.
And Mahomes hate throwing it short. All he wants is little long ones and.
Which he actually got better at this year, and that's a testament to how great of a quarterback he is. He started okay, fine, push short. So he started doing it, which he was doing before. But he stopped doing it because he was killing everybody. Like, what's the point if I can keep going deep every time now?
It's crazy how when one team plans something that stops the team, everybody else follows.
Yeah,
the Tampa Bay did it, and they said, "Oh,
yeah, we're gonna two shell it. We're gonna two
oh,
shell
that's how you slow them down." Okay,
yeah, pass rush, two shell to death. Yeah.
Okay, we got them. But some teams were not able to keep that going because they don't have the players to handle that.
So they're running that but again, before when you focused on Tyreek and you focused on Travis, here comes Sammy running across. He getting open.
Yeah, he was injury prone.
So there goes the issue there. That when they took Sammy out, they wanted Mecole to be that guy, but Mecole kind of he ain't really, I don't know, he just ain't the security blanket that Sammy was. So it was a little easier to, even though he's more explosive, he's got the speed, but it's a little different. You gotta know how to use speed.
Yeah.
So he wasn't that security blanket, but if you put Coop in that spot to be that security guy again.
Yeah, because you have to respect Coop.
Yeah.
Because his route game, one mistake, he's gone.
Exactly. Mecole's a speed guy. He ain't finna just route you up. Like,
yeah.
I can run with Mecole. I'm scared of him running deep.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So if you get Cooper now you go ahead and focus on Tyreek and kill if you want to. You leave
no, but you got to double kill because of his speed.
Exactly. Now you got.
And then you got Chelsea going down the middle or somewhere.
Yeah. So now you're leaving Coop on an island and if it's zone, Coop gonna kill zone.
Yeah, because
he murders zone. Because he's such a smart receiver.
But you're gonna have to play zone because you're doubling Tyreek.
Exactly. You're gonna stay in that two shot because you don't want you. First of all, you run man. You're
done. You see what happened when the Tampa Bay tried to do it the first game.
Yeah, you're signing a death sentence because you're like, okay, we're leaving Tyreek one-on-one with somebody.
Which is stupid because
the Bills tried it in the playoffs and Tyreek, okay, go ahead and run man if you want to with us. You're not running man with Tyreek and Travis Kelce all game. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, eventually, because you wore it down sooner or later.
Yeah.
And when that one mistake happens,
and they gonna make you make a mistake.
Yeah, they take you off the top pretty much.
And teams are so scared. But I shouldn't teach teams. Players ain't gonna say it out loud. But players are so scared of that boy's speed. And when they in man, I know they be like, they overthink to the point where like I'll give up a catch, but I gotta make a tackle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play too aggressive. If I play too aggressive, you can get by me. I know that's what they be thinking. Like, they gotta be thinking that. Because, you gotta respect speed like that. You saw what happened with the Bills, bro. He was, like, a yard away from one of the players, and he took it like 75. Like, they couldn't touch him. And they were, like, only a yard away. Like, they tried to reach out. He was just outrunning the angles. I'm like, yo, this kid's...
You cannot give him that angle. You cannot give him that angle.
You can't give him nothing. Because
he's gone.
Like, you'll think you have an angle on him. And
it's like you gotta play him in like a zone.
Yes,
you have to. But then everybody else, that'd be crazy. Coop, I never thought about that. If Cooper did go there.
So that's what I was thinking.
Can they afford him though? Because he wants money too.
I'm not sure.
They can't afford.
That's my thing. I'm not sure because I think I don't know how Mahomes' contract works as far as how it hits salary cap. I'm not a big. I understand players. I understand players. I understand how the game goes. I don't understand salary cap. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford him.
But if they can,
All right, so let's talk about the next wild card game that happened in the playoffs this year. Patriots and Bills. 47-17.
Yeah, they smoked them. That was years and years of frustration, like let out.
47-17.
It was like, yo, y'all.
This is the first time Bill Belichick defense got smoked.
I mean, Josh Allen had damn near a perfect game that game. And the boy looked like I don't even know. He was throwing it, running like they couldn't do nothing with him. Like he's like, okay, if you're gonna stop me from throwing, I'm gonna run. Oh, you gonna stop me from running, I'm gonna throw it. Like they could not do anything with him.
This is the same Patriots QB that they said is going to be the next Tom Brady.
I'm sure you see my tweets. I'm like, stop
hyping him up.
Stop doing that.
He did the gritty, and now everybody all over him.
I know. I ain't gonna lie. His gritty was straight though. I ain't gonna lie. It was straight. And I ain't got no wrong Mac Jones. He from down here actually.
Oh, he is?
Not from South Florida, I don't think.
But he's from Florida.
But I like Mac Jones.
Okay, that's why he got a little edge to him. That's that Florida.
Yeah. So I do like Mac Jones, but I don't like how people act like he's
like hyping him up.
Yes.
I think he's gonna be good though, but like he's not gonna be Tom Brady. He's gonna be solid. Tom Brady great.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be a superstar. I don't even think he's gonna be a star. I think he's a solid quarterback.
And the fact that Josh McDaniels is gone, that's a concern to me.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I can't be. I could be wrong. I admit I was wrong. If he ends up being a superstar, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna be,
Not yet, at least.
he's a smart quarterback. He's gonna be a solid guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's gonna be special. He didn't show me nothing this year that'd be special. He's a smart. He showed me exactly what he was in college. I'm gonna make the right throw. And
What about Jackson on the defense?
J.C. Jackson in the corner,
Yeah.
top 5.
Patriots,
Top 5.
they have to tag him, though, don't he? Just
He wants money, so I don't know if he. I don't know how that's gonna work out because the Patriots don't pay nobody. I don't think they pay.
Yeah,
I
they
think that
don't.
was the problem with Gilmore. They didn't want to pay Gilmore, so he's like, okay, I'm walking.
No, but that's somebody you got to keep, though. Yeah, he
Yeah,
made a
they-
big
JC
difference in their defense. They just let go of Van Hoy.
Yeah, they need J.C. I agree, they need J.C. Jackson, but if he wants big time corner money, because I think he's saying he wants to be the highest paid corner in the league.
Oh, he said that?
I believe so. If I remember correctly, I was looking through Twitter and I thought he said that, and I was like, well, he kind of has an argument for it. The boy be picking everything off.
Oh.
But
I've seen better quarterbacks this year.
oh, he's not the best.
Yeah.
No, he's not the best. But he has an argument to be paid like he is the best because he is one of the best. And if you're top 5, you deserve to be one of the highest paid player.
What's his name on the Cowboys, the cornerback? I forgot his name.
Trayvon Diggs.
He got a lot of interceptions this year, too.
Yeah, he had the most. He had 11.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think he's not good. I know he gave up a lot of yards and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, all you got to do.
He's not the best. I don't think he's.
He bites too much. That's his problem.
Yeah, he always wants to
he
pick.
wants to
He's
pick.
undisciplined
Yeah, there you go.
because he wants to make the play. But
You double move him, he's gone.
yeah. But and this is what I said though. I said, look, I'm willing to take that chance. I'm willing to take the risk with him out there because if you're gonna give me 11 turnovers, go ahead and take every risk you want to.
Plus,
Because he didn't give.
it's a learning experience too, though.
Yeah, he's a young. Was he? This is his second year.
Second year, yeah.
He didn't give up a lot of touchdowns. He gave a lot of yards.
Yeah.
But he didn't give up a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, but those yards sometimes turn into touchdown plays, even though. So if it's like a fourth quarter, 1 minute play, and all you have to do is stop somebody, those yards can set up a field goal or set someone else for a touchdown.
Correct. I agree with that. My thing is, if you're not giving up 6 and you're taking them risks, keep taking them risks. I'll give him the yards. Oh well, you beat me.
I don't want you to give up nothing if it's a close game, period.
I don't want you to give him nothing either. But I agree with that. But like at the same time, bro, if he takes the risk he takes, he getting me picks. 17 games, he got 17 games, he got 11 picks.
I understand that, but there's you can't risk certain things in certain situations.
Be smart in those situations.
Yes.
Yeah, don't take the bait on no. If a dude double moving you in the fourth quarter, they need 6 to score. Do not bite on no double move, because what you think he gonna do? Of course he going deep. He not gonna sit here and do a 5-yard hitch and they need a touchdown.
He's trying to go all the way to the house.
So if he bites him, like, look, Trayvon, you know better than that. So we don't need a pick right now. Now if they throw it deep and it's right there, okay, go for the pick.
Yeah.
But like don't bite on no double move. Which in 4 quarters he didn't really do that. In 4 quarters he was generally in the right spot. At one time he got beat. They said it was his fault. But I don't think it was his fault. I think it was safety's fault because he was literally playing underneath and safety was over the top and the safety just wasn't there.
Oh,
I forgot.
that
what
was the
game
playoff game. I think
it might have been.
I think it was the playoff
The dude
game.
didn't
And they're
score.
looking at each other like,
Yeah, but
what
Trayvon
the hell
like,
happened?
yo, like you're supposed to, like, I'm underneath. And you can tell Trayvon was playing underneath. And safety just wasn't there. So, but people try to say he's not a good corner. I'm like, he's good. He's smart too. He's just undisciplined at times because he's trying to make that play. And but for you to act like he's not that good, I'm like, no, come on now, like. Oh,
he's talented. He's talented.
You gotta be good to get 11 receptions. You don't get 11 receptions.
He gets a little hyped up too sometimes, because I've seen better cornerbacks than him too though this year.
For sure, there's Jalen's better than him. He didn't play this year a lot because I think he was hurt. Jair Alexander's better than him. J.C. Jackson's better than him. Stephon Gilmore's better than him. I'm trying to go through the teams right now in my head. Wesley had a better season than him too. He didn't have as many picks.
But they're on the Saints. I think he might be better than too. What's his name?
I think they're about the same level.
Yeah, you think so?
Because he do the same thing though.
But
he gets too aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, he risks a lot of times.
He gets too aggressive sometimes, but he's really good too.
He's dangerous though, man. He be hit, boy.
He fine. No, that boy
he
fine.
Be hit.
I love him.
Isn't he the one that injured but on the Tampa Bay?
Evans?
Nah.
He don't like Evans either.
Yeah.
He really don't like him.
Evans got him this year though.
God,
Evans got him this year.
Yeah, he did.
He got it
he
this
bombed
year.
him.
Yeah, he got it this year. He got it this year.
Yeah,
last year he won Saints, but he won.
Most years, his numbers against why can't I think of his name right now?
Tom Brady looked out for him on that one. It was a touchdown too.
Oh, I can't think of his name right now, but
I can't think of his name too. He was like number 2 for Tom Brady. I was about to say Shaq Barrett, but it's not Shaq Barrett.
number 14 you talking about?
Yeah. Godwin.
Godwin, yeah.
Who gave him that hit? That was him, right?
That smacked him? No, it wasn't him. Who
That was boy. That was not.
Was it?
That was not friendly, man. Like
I think it was the Rams. I thought that was the Rams that smacked him.
Nah, that was Saints. That's why I called Tom Brady went to the coach and he was like, fire. He got mad.
Was that the Saints? I can't even remember.
That was the Saints. Wasn't it?
I can't remember. I know what hit you're talking about. That the Godwin was like.
You're right. Maybe it wasn't the Saints.
I think it might have been the Rams.
No, it was the Saints because the defensive coordinator and Tom Brady got bad blood. It was the Saints.
It might have been the Saints.
Because for some reason, the Saints, the D coordinator always gets under Tom Brady's skin.
And for some reason, the Tampa Bay's offense doesn't really ever do anything.
Yeah, because the defensive coordinator, he knows Tom Brady, and Tom Brady, like, he gets under his skin.
I don't know what it is. Like,
yeah.
But, there's quite a few corners better than Trayvon, but Trayvon's nice. Like,
I felt bad for Godwin, boy. You took the tag, and ACL ain't nothing to play with.
No.
Yeah. Most teams don't even want to deal with you after you had ACL. Yeah. They're not gonna pay you.
And he did take the tag, huh?
Yeah, they're not gonna pay him.
No.
Tampa Bay's not gonna pay him.
Well, you know what? They might have to now.
Why you say that?
They don't got AB no more. They don't got.
No, they'd rather go somewhere else and grab someone else.
What they gonna get?
Bro, those tag situations.
This is what I'm saying. Who they gonna get? The only person they can get right now probably is what, Coop and Devontae.
Coop would be good.
He would be, but
Tom Brady. Rumors are saying Tom Brady wants to go to the 49ers though.
Coop price gonna be too high.
Yeah, but you need a quarterback still at the end of the day. You can grab all the best players you want. You need a quarterback that's like Tom Brady or a franchise quarterback to take you to the house.
Correct. But I'm saying, who are they going to pay over just paying him?
I like Godwin too.
I like him a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I think they're going to pay him because business-wise it makes sense to pay him because you ain't really no other receiver you finna get.
Nah, man, this is business, boy. These folks out here don't play.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Business-wise,
you're a product. You got a defect right now. You're going to have to prove yourself before they pay you. I'm telling you, these folks don't play with their money.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But they ain't finna get Coop.
He's not going to get paid. If he gets paid, it's not this year. It's going to be another year. Watch. If he produces when he comes back, that's when he's going to get paid. So how long?
They better pay him now before he come back the next year. And if he goes stupid, now the price don't really went up.
Oh, yeah, the price going to go up, yeah.
So what chance you going to take?
It's either you. All right, so look.
Because you can lowball him now. Because of his ACL.
It's either you pay him and you don't let the price go up, or you let him go so you don't got to deal with it at all.
That's what I'm saying. But what risk you gonna take? Because if you let him go now,
I guess it depends if Tom Brady stays or not. Because first he announced it looked like he retired.
Mm-hmm. But now it's like is he coming back? Also, I don't know if people realize that's Tom Brady's between Evans and him is his favorite.
Oh, it's favorite target, yeah. If he had Godwin or AB, I wanted to bring this up to you. What was your thoughts with the whole AB situation? Because so the next game on the wild card is Tampa Bay and Philadelphia Eagles. But before that game even happened, it was Tampa Bay versus the Giants. And AB
the Jets. Yeah.
Jets, okay, with the Jets.
Just was like really like playing they behind off that game.
Yeah, they're losing. Tampa Bay was losing at first.
Losing, yeah.
And they ended up coming back even with the distraction of AB and everything like that. What was your thoughts on his whole situation? Because you're a player. You actually played football, college, high school. Mm-hmm. So you understand how a football player mindset usually goes. Mm-hmm. So would you handle something like that, or what's your thoughts on that?
So based on what AB said, is the coach said get the out.
Yeah,
but go back because AB said I was hurt.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Let me just talk.
Because AB said he was hurt, and he was like, I'm not going back in. And the coach said, well, you're not going back in and get the fuck out. So I don't think he should take the uniform off and do all the extra stuff. Like, I don't think but I'm not him, so I don't know how you going to handle something. I wouldn't handle it like that. But he made his statement. I watched I Am Athlete. He said that he don't regret doing it. He said he probably could have handled it a little bit. It is what it is. At that moment, that's how I felt. So he did what he felt, and AB is one that wear his emotions on his sleeve. You gonna see, he ain't gonna hide how he feel. That's just how he is. And do I think he was wrong for how he handled it? I don't want to say wrong, because I think the reaction was correct. If the situation is how it is, if he indeed was hurt, and he couldn't go back in, and the coach told him about, so we'll fuck out. And if he had these text messages, because you seen that he showed the text messages.
Yeah, the text message. And before that, even that happened, supposedly him and his agent went to the ownership and said, I need this money guaranteed. And now that he can't get the money guaranteed, he came out to get his incentives.
Exactly. Now he's not getting the catches. So now I'm hurt. I'm out here playing hurt to try to get my incentives. I don't even get the balls. So now I'm not getting my money.
But last year, Tom Brady pretty much took care of everybody when he got sentenced. So you don't think there's like 2 games left? You don't think Tom Brady would have took care of him?
I do. But if he had that issue with the coach, because coaches talk to you certain ways.
And Bruce Arians, he's old school too, Bruce Arians.
Yeah, certain players take things different ways. So if you got that relationship with Bruce Arians, remember, Bruce didn't really want AB to begin with.
Yeah, he didn't. Tom Brady, he said it in the beginning actually, and then Tom Brady said something, and then he's there.
So when a guy don't even really want you.
Yeah, he never wanted you in the first place.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you on the sideline saying, "Coach, like, you feel me? This going on, whatever. Like, I'm not going back in." And he's like, "Well, get out." Like, I'm gonna get hot too, cause like, bro, you don't even want me to. Now you're gonna talk to the wayside like this and that. I'm gonna get hot too. I ain't gonna run out field, pass off, all that other stuff. That ain't me. But if that's AB, if that's how AB felt, he didn't want to handle it. That's on him. I don't think he should handle it that way. But I don't. If everything that is being said is true, I don't fault him for being upset and angry, because that's wrong.
Bruce Arians, all he had to do is shut his mouth for 1 season, bro, and AB would be on the team.
Yeah.
Do you think if AB was still on the team, the Tampa Bay would have won that game?
Yes. No question.
I think they would have won the Super Bowl if the AB was still on the team.
I think they at least would have went for sure.
All he had to do was be quiet. Deal with him later or something, bro. That was crazy. That was an
ego thing. Oh, you're not gonna go back in? Okay.
Yeah. Now you looks like Bruce Arians and Tom Brady got problems now too. So
yeah, they had problems. I don't know if people remember, they had problems to begin with too.
Oh yeah,
when he first got there, because Bruce Arians wanted to do it this way. Tom Brady like, no, I want to do it this way. They was butting heads. That's why the offense looked weird at first, because Tom Brady wanted to play a certain way, and Brady like, nah, I want to run my offense. So
they asked Bruce Arians, would you let go of Tom Brady, like help him out and to go to a different team? And he said, no, that's bad business.
Yeah, I feel him. I don't feel let Tom Brady go. No, he's staying right here. Unless
it's either he retires or he stays right here.
Yeah, no, he ain't going nowhere. Not on my watch.
Yeah, but I mean, look out for the man, bro. He just got y'all ring.
Yeah, I'm looking out for him right now. He can win the Super Bowl with us. He can win the Super Bowl with us. What you mean? Like, he ain't going nowhere to win the Super Bowl with nobody else? Bump that. He's staying right here. He go to San Fran, they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, off rip. First of all, you got a coaching staff that's elite. You got some players out there. Debo.
You got Debo, Ayuk.
The defense is pretty
Mitchell. Good. The defense is phenomenal. Like, really, yeah.
So he goes there. That's like people thought
the only team that's contested him in that probably is going to be
L.A.
Yeah, the Rams.
And 49ers seem to get the best out of them almost every game except for the last game.
Which I figured was going to happen. I'm like, history's not on the San Francisco side, because it's hard to keep beating a team.
Yeah.
Especially when that team is good. Now, when the team sucks, okay, yeah, you can keep beating them. But when the team is just as good as you, if not better, but more talented, and you keep beating them, like, yeah, you got
to give him props. I got to give Kyle Shanahan props.
I love Kyle Shanahan. He's one of my favorite
because Jimmy Garoppolo is okay, but to get him this far, Now, imagine if you had somebody like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
That's where I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to go at one point.
I'm starting to think Aaron Rodgers don't want the spotlight.
Because he's a California boy.
He wants to stop. Let me stop. He wants the spotlight, but I don't think he wants that. If he goes to a team like that, you have to win.
You have to win.
Yeah, you have to win. Win it all.
You
not
can't
just
cry.
win games.
You can't cry in Green Bay doing this or whatever to get yourself out and then go somewhere and not win. Because now it's like, What was you doing?
Yeah, but you would think that the goal is to win everything. I don't know about that. If that's how he thinks or what he wants.
If he at this point, that's all he need to do.
That would put him in the books of history.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already in the books of history, but like.
But that's it. He's been in the one Super
Just
Bowl.
for numbers and breaking records.
Mm-hmm. You've been in one Super Bowl, and you're a quarterback that should be on more than one Super Bowl. Like you're one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, the most talented quarterback I've ever seen.
Skill-wise,
Yeah, skill-wise, the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. And you've only been in one Super Bowl. Anyway, was the only one?
One, yeah. And
or did he go?
The Cowboys fans are mad about that one.
Man, that throw he made to this
They say
day,
Dez Brown caught it.
I think he caught it.
You think so?
Yeah.
They changed the rule after that. So technically he would have caught it if it was a year later.
I think he caught it. The man took 2 steps, hit the ground, then still had possession of the ball.
It's crazy how that.
But it kind of moved, so they say he didn't catch him. Like what? Like what more?
That's all everybody knows him for. Ever since that, he's retired pretty much.
Yeah, he got some injuries that he came back.
He got injured again. Yeah,
he wasn't the same guy. So
yeah, that's crazy. What's your thoughts on the combine this year? I know we have a lot of fast people this year.
this is the fastest combine I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I actually didn't get to see all of it. I saw most of it on Twitter. I didn't get to sit there and watch. I was back and forth. I've been busy, like literally just the whole week. But
Gotcha.
I didn't get to watch. I've been seeing the stuff on Twitter.
If you're a coach or scout, combines show you the future of a player, in your opinion?
It
No.
doesn't show me anything about a player except how good of an athlete they are. That's about it.
Gotcha.
It doesn't show me if they're going to be good or not.
Gotcha. Okay, so the tape pretty much tells you everything.
Yeah, the tape plus the combine going to show me. All right.
So the combine is just like verifying what you see on the tape.
Verifying that he is this type of athlete, but also it can help or hinder. So we have a really good combine. Like, oh, he's a better athlete than I thought he was based on the tape. I didn't know he was like that. And then sometimes it's like, is he as good as I thought he was? Because he ain't doing it. But then the tape not gonna lie. The combine a lot to you. Cam Newton ran a 4.6 something 40. How many times did you see Cam Newton get caught from behind? When he was out in space, now angle yes, but how many times you seen somebody behind him catch him? Well, I thought all these guys was running 4.4s and 4.3s.
It's in-game speed. It's different from just running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some people just don't know how to run good 40s. There could be a 4.4 guy that's not good run.
Yeah, it's a technique. It's technique.
He can run a 4.5.
Yeah.
He could be a 4.4
and then you
guy.
see him in the game, and he's faster than the person that did the. Yeah.
That's exactly my point. You seen these guys that run 4.4s, and I'd be like, well, they can't catch so and so, and he don't run no 4.4. Derrick Henry. How many times you see him get caught from behind?
Yeah, big guy.
He be breaking 60, 70, 80 yard. He broke a 100-yard run.
It's hard just to tackle him in front of him.
Exactly. He breaking 60-yard run, 50-yard runs, 40-yard runs. He run a 4.5. What's up with
I didn't know he ran a 4.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
big. Yeah, he's a freak. We don't.
Yeah.
He's 6'4", 240 pound running 4.5. Like
dang.
Yeah. So, but
6 foot, 6'5".
I think he's six. I think he's like 6'2". I think
6'2",
6'2", 6'3", something like that. But he's a defensive end playing running back.
Yeah. Ooh, boy.
So, but yeah, he runs a 4.5. And you got these DBs and safeties that run 4.4s, 4.3s. They can't get close to him. He running away from them. But
part of it though is you don't want to tackle him.
You don't.
Cause but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Then you got freaks like DK Metcalf who's running a 4.4. He really might run a 4 down. No, I'm sorry. I think he ran a 4.3. And he look every bit of a 4.3. He catch that ball and start running. I'm like, that boy. He run like a horse.
People slept on him.
Because he had a bad 3-cone drill. I'm like.
Yeah, even the whole QE thing I'm hearing about with the whole, like, if your hands are too small, they don't know if you can be a good quarterback or something like that. What's his name? Pitts from Pitts.
It's like with black quarterbacks, they say, you play receiver in the league. For what? I haven't played receivers
You need a high IQ to play quarterback position.
Yeah, like, I haven't played receivers the entire season. Why don't I play quarterback?
Right now, yeah. Because his speed.
What makes you think I can't read this defense?
Yeah.
I've been running pro style offense this entire time I've been in college. I always said I can't run pro style offense in the league. Come on, like. Just dumb stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
Cam Newton they were saying he's gonna be a bust. I'm like, for real, bro. Like, come on, like, look, watch the film. Now that's the hard position though, because somebody looked phenomenal in college at quarterback, and then They get to leave like Johnny Manziel.
No, I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, so that's the hardest position to kind of
Play, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't really sit here and say like, yeah, there's a way to look. Just not.
Yeah, it's not a way.
It's more of a feel with that.
Yeah, it's not a way to look at them and say, well, like you said, it's a feel.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you're saying. The NFLPA agreed to suspend joint COVID-19 protocols. You heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that? Because even with the NBA, with New York just let go of the mandates, but they still won't let Kyrie play.
Yeah, I'm not understand. I still don't understand COVID and how CDC changed something every day about it. So NFL feels like they lift the guidelines and stuff. I guess they had a successful enough season that they feel like, okay, we're good to lift the guidelines. And if something happens, they'll probably put it back. So good for the players, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how the players feel about it, but whatever. I don't even know how to feel about it because I'm like, if that's what it is, that's what it is. So.
Gotcha. All right. The Commanders, they're called the Commanders now.
Yeah, the Washington
You like
Commanders.
the name?
No.
Well, they offered multiple first-round picks to Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Do you think that was a bad idea for the Seahawks to turn it down?
Depends on what the Seahawks are trying to do. If they believe that they're a playoff team, then no. But if they're trying to rebuild, then yes. It's a terrible thing to do. Because if you're trying to rebuild, there's a lot of assets that you just gave up to not.
It looks like they're trying to. The defense don't look the same.
I don't think they're trying to rebuild though because they got Russell, DK, and Lockett still.
Yeah, but the defense is horrible, bro.
Yeah, they suck. They need to pay credit.
They would need to
pay Quandre Diggs. I don't know why they haven't played Diggs yet.
They would need to rebuild at least the defense side.
Yeah, but if
I get what you're saying. If you keep Russell Wilson, you got the offense on lock.
Yeah. So if I give up my quarterback and build a defense, I'm not going to the offense.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're.
You're probably looking at it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so.
So I think that's what they're looking at. It's like to them it makes no sense. Like if I give up Russell Wilson, DK probably gonna get upset. One. So now you're upsetting your main receiver. Lockett probably gonna be upset because like now you're upsetting your receivers. You're gonna throw the offense. You already don't have Marshawn anymore. You've been living off that. But if you keep Russell there, you still got Russell, DK, Lockett, Carson.
And they extended the coach's contract.
Yeah. So I don't think they made a bad decision in doing that. I think if it is how I'm seeing it, then no. But if they were literally like, yeah, we're rebuilding, then like, yeah, you should just took all that and just say, yeah, but Russell go to Washington and be on a team that probably can make some noise in the playoffs.
Gotcha. Did you hear about Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, I literally just saw as I was coming here. I was
so he gets suspended. NFL suspends him for betting on games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think players should be able to bet on games or no?
I think they should be able to bet on games that they're not in.
Gotcha. Because you feel like if they're in that game, then they can
cause an
swing
outcome.
it.
Yeah, they can swing it. They can cause an outcome.
Gotcha.
But like as far as other games, like who cares? You're not playing, so or even if you are playing, you're not playing in that game. So what does it matter?
Yeah, but if you have a friend or homeboy at that game or other team, can't they swing it to your way too?
But this is my thing though. If I got a friend or homeboy at home that say, "Bruh, I bet on this," can't they do the same thing?
Yeah, but your homeboy's not actually playing. Your homeboy can.
No, if my homeboy in the league playing, I'll call him like, "Yo, I put this down."
Don't catch
Exactly.
drop these much passes or whatever.
I need this because if I don't get this money, can't they do the same thing?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. So if a player do it, then I don't really see the difference.
The difference?
Only difference I see is if I bet that if I'm on the Falcons, I say, I bet the Falcons gonna lose this game. I'm gonna fuck up that, and I don't got no integrity. I'm gonna fuck up that game. Matt Ryan gonna throw me the ball. I'm dropping that shit. I might tip it in the air for a pick. Not me personally, but you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what you said.
So I think they should not be able to bet on their own games, but they should be able to bet on anybody else's game because they're not playing in that game. It shouldn't matter. Don't
for the whole season though, they let him go?
Yeah, I think it's an unnecessary punishment, to be honest.
Yeah, for the whole season?
There's rapists that they don't even punish that long, and abusers that don't even punish that long. So, like, guy bet on a couple games, and you punish him for a whole season. It just tells you what they value more. They value the money.
Oh, yeah, well, that's coaches in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We don't value the lives. We don't value the lives.
Bro.
We value the money.
Have you never noticed that the NFL players' situations only come out when you're not useful no more?
Exactly.
When you're useful, they gonna button your whole situation, your whole life up.
Yeah. As long as you're making that money, they like.
No
Okay,
rumors are coming out with you, boy, until you're done and you're not useful no more.
I'm still trying to figure out the Deshaun Watson thing going on.
Supposedly he can play this year, right? Coming up.
Teams been trying
season?
to get him. Teams been trying to get him.
Yeah, he just can't play for the year. Oh no, because he has an open case still. So
yeah, so he still can't play, but he can be
well,
signed.
They haven't.
I think he can be signed, but he can't play.
They haven't been specific about that yet, though.
Exactly.
They just said he can't throw. They haven't They haven't been honest with anything, or they haven't been talking about his situation like that at all. Period.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is confusing.
But
right
I'm confused about it because. If this was happening,
this could be his
and
punishment.
this is not to take away from the victims. If it did happen, get him out of here. I don't know if it did or didn't because nothing being said.
Yeah.
But I just think it's weird how all of a sudden it comes out when Deshaun Watson says, "I don't want to play for the Texans anymore," and all of a sudden out of Texas like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to play for us." Well, by the way, 20-something girls came out talking about something you sexually harassed them. Would that have happened if he said, "I'm playing this season"?
No, because they probably would have hide that.
Yeah, they probably would have hit it.
Yeah.
Now,
he's too valuable.
If it's true, that's terrible for the victims that they're even hiding something like that. But if it's not true, it's still terrible because for what? Why are you tarnishing somebody's name because you're not happy with he not making you money?
Yeah.
He's affecting the team.
Well,
just get rid
you
of
know
him.
how the game is.
Yeah, the game is dirty. NFL is dirty.
Look at Brian Flores. Just speaking of that, what's your thoughts on that situation?
I thought it was,
do you think it has any merit? Do you think it's going to do anything? Anything's going to change?
But no, not the
You don't
NFL.
think he's going to win?
I hope he does, but
because you got the Steelers that just hired him.
Yeah, so I hope it's they probably the same thing we did with Kaepernick. Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah. So.
I'm proud of him for even taking that step though, because that could have been career suicide.
Well, I thought it was career suicide.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting on with Mike Tomlin, so that's a good thing. Which actually I think is a good fit too. But that's what I thought it was gonna be career suicide. But
watch him change that whole defense. I'll tell you. Watch him.
Well, what's a big help is they got T.J. Watt. So
yeah, but one player. Most coaches can't do that with just one player.
Yeah.
Watch how he changes it up just around him.
Yeah. No, they got some guys though, so he was gonna do a good job with them. If he did it with the Dolphins, he's gonna do a good job with them. 'Cause they got some guys. T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, not Cam. Is it Cam? Yeah, Cam Hayward, Minka Fitzpatrick. Still got Joe Hayden. Like, they got guys. So he gonna do a great job with them. Him and Mike Tomlin, two defensive mind, coaches too. So
that's crazy. I just thought about that. Was Fitzpatrick there when Brown was the head coach? Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, Mink. No, when Mink was Brian Flores there? Yeah, I think Brian Flores was the head coach.
So now they reunited.
Yes, now they reunited, and I think Mink liked him. So that's a good thing for them. So, but I hope it continues to go. But like the way the league is, it kind of okay. Yeah, we talked about it.
Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're a big fan of LSU Derek Stingley. That's his name? Last name Stingley?
Love Derek Stingley.
He says he's the best cornerback in the draft.
No question.
You think so?
Healthy. No.
There's a concern for his health, though.
That's the only thing.
Do you think he's going to drop?
He might. He'll be a steal.
Who do you think he's going to land? Who do you think is going to get him?
So there's speculation that the Ravens are going to get him or Sauce.
Damn, if the Ravens get him?
Mm-hmm. There's speculation that Ravens are, but if he drops, I have no idea where he would go. I don't think he drops out the first round because I think it'd be crazy to let a talent like that.
Anything's possible, though.
It is. Anything is possible, but I think it'd be crazy to let a talent like that drop out the first round. What he was doing this freshman year is...
I was watching the thing.
The only person that really got me freshman year was...
I think you retweeted it with him and Jamar Chase.
With him and Jamar Chase. And you see what Jamar Chase was doing to people in the league.
I said, oh.
And Derek was out there strapping Jamar.
I said,
now,
okay.
you ain't seen nobody strap Jamar the entire season in the NFL. That was Chase. That was Derek's freshman year.
And that was Chase.
That was Chase's sophomore.
Sophomore.
So Derek came in. One of the best freshman seasons I've ever seen from a corner. I think the only game he had a rough game was against Van Jefferson, that plays for the Rams.
Yeah.
That was the only game he had like a rough game. Van was getting him. Van got a couple times, but past that, man, there's nobody better than Derek. I love Sauce Gardner too. Sauce my second favorite corner in the draft. But Derek's the best defensive back in the draft. Safety or corner, Derek's the best defensive back in the draft. If he's healthy. If he's not healthy, then that's a lot of talent. That's generational talent. That's just, you ain't gonna see it. But I think he's a generational talent at corner. I think he's gonna be an all-decade corner. If he can be who he's supposed to be.
All decade.
He's gonna be an all-decade guy. He's gonna be in the NFL top 100 one day.
God, let's hope he lives up to that.
But if he's hurt, he ain't gonna do none of that.
That's
He can't play when
what-
he's hurt.
yeah.
Speaking of which, what's this? Jeff Okudah from the Lions. People giving up on him too.
Yeah.
He was a lottery pick not last season. Was it last season? 2 seasons ago. But he's supposed to be one of the best corners in the draft. I didn't think he was. I thought he was one of the best, but I thought the best in that draft was what's his name? I thought C.J. Henderson was the best corner in the draft, and he actually started off decent. Then he started kind of falling off.
He's from Florida, or he went to school in Florida.
Yeah, he went to the University.
Oh, he's from Miami, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dad, we do breed up football players like nothing out here, for real.
That's who I thought was the best in the draft, and at first he looked like he was when in the NFL, but he kind of like started slipping. But we'll see. That class kind of. What's his name? AJ Terrell is balling now too.
AJ Terrell?
He was from that class. And he's actually been the best corner from that draft lately. He played for the Falcons. He had a really good season this year.
He a cornerback too.
That class has C.J. Henderson, AJ Terrell. Again, that was a guy who got hurt in the NFL. He has a lot of talent, but like people done gave up on him. And people trying to start calling him a bust because he didn't play that well to start off, and then he got hurt. Some players don't even turn up to their 4th year. He going into his 3rd school. We'll see what he do.
Well, he has a year this year to change people's opinions,
exactly.
So we'll see what happens to him.
But I'm expecting Stingley, if he's healthy, that's a Hall of Fame talent. If he's healthy.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Stingley Jr.
Okay. Well, before we wrap this up, I can go all day talking about sports with you, but
for sure.
I seen that you had tweeted. You said that the Batman theme music was the best that you ever seen in a Batman movie that you could
live action. Like it was like I won't even say Batman movie. Like it was the best I heard from like a hero in like a live action movie. Not like in general. Like I'm not talking about animated movies and stuff like that. I heard better than animated stuff. But like live action, bro, like it was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I can't remember. I gotta look it up. I was humming it yesterday.
I watched it this weekend too. I think it was Saturday. When did you see it?
I saw it yesterday.
Yesterday?
Last night.
So the actor that's playing Batman, I remember him from like Twilight, like the vampire movies and stuff. So I was kind of like I wasn't biased, but like I was kind of like in my head like, damn, I don't know if he's gonna do a good job.
I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know, like why they picked him? That's what I was thinking in my head. Like,
Sold me. What sold me though was I saw a preview of him fighting, like months ago before the movie came out. I'm like, maybe if he's doing that, then.
Well, I mean, he did the whole super little vampire movie, so I know he could fight in the movies and stuff because he's experiencing it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think he fit the character.
I didn't either.
And then
it was still awkward for me to see him as Bruce too.
Yeah, because Bruce is like a playboy.
He was a really good I thought Robert Pattinson.
I don't know his last name, but his name is Robert something. Yeah.
I thought he was a phenomenal Batman, but I just could not see him like as Bruce
Wayne. Yeah, there you go. Okay, he looked kind of gothic to me a little bit. Some of the scenes.
Yeah, I'm like,
and Bruce don't look like that. Bruce is a playboy.
Playboy, exactly.
Have women around him all the time.
Yeah,
but
Christian Bale to me is like the perfect.
The
Bruce.
best. Yeah, well.
Because I shouldn't say perfect. He was to me been the best Bruce. But him and I can't think of anybody's name that was in the old Batman movies with Jack Nicholson.
So you didn't like Jennifer Lopez ex when he did it?
No.
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 You didn't like him? What's his name? Ben.
I thought he was. I like him as
Ben
Affleck. I liked him when he was fighting though. He had some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in a live action Batman movie. But he was kind of awkward with women when he talked to Wonder Woman, like it was like he didn't know how to talk to her. Like he was nervous talking to her. I'm like, Bruce wouldn't be nervous talking to Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Like,
women coming to him, he's chilling.
yeah, he chilling, vibing. You know, it's charisma. Like that's what it was. Affleck had no charisma as Bruce Wayne at all. Like Christian Bale, to me, he had charisma as Bruce Wayne. Like I'm like, I can see it. Like the boy, he's smooth. You feel me? Like, but Affleck to me was smooth, like awkward. I'm like, bro, it's like he never talked to women before.
Yeah.
Which is weird though, because Affleck's supposed to be a playboy in Hollywood. I don't know, because I don't follow celebrities like that. But he's supposed to be like sought after, I guess.
Well, after watching the movie, it was 3 hours long. You would expect me to sleep during that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually stayed up. I gotta give it to this movie. It might be up there with one of the top 5 Batman movies ever
100%.
made.
To me, it's hard for me to rank it because I love the Joker, obviously, with Heath Ledger, and I love Bane with Tom Hardy. Like I hold them in the highest regards as far as villains. So either this movie's in my 3 with those 3.
I'm surprised they didn't bring that because they had the Joker in this, but
Yeah, but he's just like a.
it wasn't the Joker I was expecting.
Exactly.
But the movie was good overall, though. And then the whole Batwoman thing, Zoe, she did a thing on that.
And Zoe was she's the best Catwoman I've seen on screen. See, people don't give Halle Berry enough credit. The movie sucked, yes, because the script was bad. But she was a good Catwoman.
People watch that movie because of her anyway.
Exactly, she was a good Catwoman like character. The script was just terrible. So, and I think Anne Hathaway's the other one in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think it's Anne Hathaway. I'm not sure, but she was a really good Catwoman too. But Zoe was like real natural with her. Like
It felt natural, both of them. Like maybe they talking undercover.
yeah,
or
so it was
something.
real. It was real natural. She had the charisma. Like, obviously she's a gorgeous woman. So like, it was easy to look at. Like when she was on screen, you was looking. Yeah, you was focused. So
Yeah, no spoiler alerts, but guys, the fighting scenes, fighting was A1.
Yeah.
He did a good job with the fighting scenes.
ain't no spoiler either. But the car scene, the shots on that scene. Wait till y'all see it.
Which part you talking about?
When they doing the car chase on the highway
Under the bridge.
Yeah, do you remember the camera angles they had on that car scene? Like, yo,
Oh yeah.
them camera angles was so fire.
I like how he start from the top and he goes down and and then he could turn into a motorcycle, like all that. Yeah.
Did you see? But in the new one, the car. I don't know. Did you when they was having the car scene when they was chasing? He was chasing Penguin.
Oh yeah. Penguin thought he was gone for a second.
The camera angles they had on that car scene was sick.
That bit blew up and Penguin thought he had him.
Bro, yeah, it was tough.
He was like, yeah. And you look behind and said, oh shit. Yeah.
We ain't gonna spoil it, but yeah, go see that movie. That movie's that's but
it was a good storyline. I like it.
It was more focused. So for people that don't know, it was more focused on the detective side of Batman, not the. Like they had the
Jim
Dark
Gordon,
Knight, the fighting and all that too, but like it was more focused on the mind of how Batman analyzes things and breaks things down and stuff like that. Because everybody knows he's supposed to be the world's greatest detective too, on top of being the fighter that he is.
Actually, I said the Joker was in it. That was the Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah.
My bad. The Joker wasn't in there. Sorry about that.
Actually, okay, I ain't gonna say no.
Well, he's the one. Yeah.
We gonna say no, but the Riddler. Yeah.
Wait till the ending, people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the main character.
Yeah, but the Riddler did a phenomenal job too. Like that movie was. Really,
I wish they had a better outfit for him though, but it was good. It was good in general.
Yeah, he didn't see his outfit was very not Riddler like. But
but that's because maybe that's him in the beginning stages.
That's true because
when he later on in his career, it's probably when he gets the outfit and everything.
Yeah, that's true because in this Batman, I figured out, or I found out. I didn't figure out. I found out that this is Batman's second year as Batman. So he ain't even been Batman that long.
Oh, he just came back from the
so this is only his second year as being Batman. He hasn't been Batman that long. So
gotcha.
I didn't know that, and I found out after the movie that I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because if you see how he moves and stuff like that, I'm like, why? Like,
oh, that is true. Because when he jumped out the window, try to fly, it was like he a little rusty, like his first time doing that.
But like, I was like, when I found out, it was the second. I'm like, okay, that makes sense because like he's still learning.
That makes sense. How did you find that? I didn't even know that.
So, you know Vic and Kamar. You know Kamar.
Yeah, I know Vic. Yeah, he lost weight, I think now.
Huh?
Right? Vic lost weight,
Yeah,
right?
and you know Kamar,
Yeah.
obviously. So they had found that out, and then they told,
told
me.
you?
Like, so I was trying to figure it out too. And it was like,
Vic
oh, yeah,
be
it's
into the
22nd.
anime and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
I know he's on top of that. Yeah.
So after the movie, they're like, nah, yeah, it's what's the second? I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense then. Cause like there are certain things. I'm like, why he?
Yeah, he looked a little rusty.
Yeah, I'm like, why he look like he didn't really know? And I'm like, oh, okay, that do make sense. Okay, the second year he's still learning stuff. So
Gotcha. It's crazy though. Right when the movie was about to come out, that's when you see on Netflix everywhere. Old Batmans are playing everywhere now.
yeah, all the Batmans.
Yeah.
HBO Max has every single one of them. I think. I think it
Yeah.
has all. It has old movies, it has old cartoons, like all of that. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me for real. It's, good seeing you too. It's been a while. So.
I know, bro. We definitely gotta link up,
For
work
sure.
out,
Play some ball.
play some sports, something,
ball.
whatever.
Yeah, do something. You feel me?
All right, man. For the culture.
Yeah, for the culture for sure. Tune in.
For the culture.